All right, guys, we're gonna get into how to destroy your company, um, little by little. We're gonna start with a article that appeared re- that actually was published recently, on November 22nd. Microsoft could be forced to raising their prices of their Xbox consoles given a RAM shortage leak. Now, the RAM shortage leak is um because of this whole AI switch to AI everything. This is basically like, if you get into it, it's them creating their own problem. There are smarter content creators that can explain that whole thing. But basically, RAM is like your memory. It helps your computer run faster stuff. So there's a shortage leak because of the whole push for AI. And because of this, the Xbox consoles are set to raise their prices. Goody, they're just raising their prices for everything now for a console that nobody really wants, and we're gonna get into that really in a minute now. And then with the release of this Valve Steam, I mean, you're not Xbox. I think Xbox is cooked. So Microsoft. So we'll get into now. Let's get into the article. Microsoft is reportedly considering another price hike for Xbox consoles. Although Microsoft has already increased the price of its hardware twice this year, once in May and then again for US players in September, reports claim that the global RAM shortages could see a hardware go up in prices again. According to Moore's Law is Dead, Microsoft has warned its partners that ongoing RAM shortages and soaring costs could lead to higher prices for its customers, with AI data centers snapping up memory in huge numbers and leaving little left for customer electronics. So, like I said, so the whole big push for AI is just they're all taking up all this RAM and they're not really leaving us any of it. In a nutshell, that's like the layman's way of explaining it. Um. So because of this, Xbox is raising their prices. I haven't heard anything about PlayStation. As far as I'm concerned, they were actually for this Black Friday. They were actually lowering their prices like $100. So that's just Xbox is just continuing to fuck itself. Um. Anyways, with that being said, I just kind of wanted to go over like a little bit of a brief history and like where we're going with Xbox, because I believe Xbox is looking to tank, guys. Because I just feel like they're making all the wrong moves. So I just wanted to start off with this. I thought this was fun. I came across this article recently, a few weeks ago, November 11th. PS5 has officially sold every Xbox console ever released. So PlayStation is up 84 million copies sold after shifting an additional 4 million units during the 3 month period during that was ending in September 30th. Anyways, but so okay, so it basically in this article, the Xbox's highest selling console is the 360. So they haven't even like dwarfed 360 numbers, and 360 is like, I don't know what, 20 years old almost. I don't know. I may be exaggerating, but it's pretty old. And it was like I got the second Xbox I ever owned. And you're telling me that all the Xboxes that came after it didn't sell near the 360 range? So like that whole like console war, PlayStation won since the 360. There was no war going on. It was just PlayStation winning. And let me show you how. So it says here, as an aside, unlike Sony, Microsoft does not make Xbox Series X and S sales figures public. But analysts have suggested the combined Xbox Series effort is being outsold by PlayStation 5 by at least a factor of 2 to 1. But then when we go over here to this article, it says PS5 continues to outsell Xbox by a 5 to 1 ratio in this latest report. And this was about at the beginning of last year, actually. The gaming industry has observed a significant sales gap between Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft's Xbox Series XS consoles. Recent estimates indicated that the PS5 is outselling its Xbox counterpart by a considerable margin, according to analysts at GV Charts. PlayStation 5 sales are outpacing the Xbox sales by nearly a 5 to 1 ratio in recent quarter, with I believe there's 4 million PS5 sold in 1 month compared to about 767,000 Xbox consoles. So just Xbox is just getting spanked. Just take that spanking and go away. Your practices are ass, as we're gonna get into here. So this year, so now let's fast forward. Now this year they increase Game Pass, as you can see, $30 a month. We all know this by now. A lot of people refunded their Game Passes, which I don't blame them. I use Game Pass PC, so it stayed the same at like $19.99, and I still get like this. I think it's this plan, or this one. I don't remember really. I don't really give a shit. I don't play like all those games, and anything that I have to wait for, I'll wait for. I'm not gonna pay $30 a month for nothing. And by nothing, I mean over here. Let me see. Game Pass. No, not this one. Oh shit, same one. Hold on. Let me see. I need to go into my articles here. Is it favorites? All right, there it is. All right. So we're looking at into the future of 2026. We're almost done with 2025, and we already know that GTA 6 is delayed. Okay, so now because there was an article I read about the butterfly effect of GTA 6 being not canceled, postponed or whatever you want to pushed forward, of like other like games that might get pushed forward, might get pushed back. They're not really saying what, because look, all these titles, they're to be determined. They don't know when they're gonna release them because they don't want to compete with GTA 6, because GTA 6 when it comes out, it's gonna be big. You have fans that's been waiting a very, very long time for it. So now, all these other titles, they might not want to compete with the release of GTA 6. So now you just have all these. So you might not even get a game for a month or two. They don't like, you just basically, you're paying $30 for just, for them to pussyfoot around with when they want to release stuff. Like, most people want to play the new games. They're not like, they're like, well, you can occupy yourself with our gallery and library of games while we don't know when we're going to release all the other new ones that are coming out. And when the new ones come out, they're not even finished. They require season 1 to drop more content. It's it feels like a scam, honestly, just to get a lot of money out of you. And then, so with that ramp, so in now we're gonna skip forward into the future, and we're gonna look at the console that they dropped with its what is it? With it's gonna be able to run at 120 FPS and all this other stuff. But look at the price. It's gonna be between 800 and 12, and most likely with the RAM shortage, is gonna be on the upper hand of this number right here, 1200. So at that point, like in my mind, I'd rather get a PC and upgrade it, and I find that stuff fun. But I know that there are people that they just want something that comes as is, that they don't have to do anything, tweak with it, tweak it. Um, but but then you say, okay, we have, but this has, you can work Steam on it and everything. You have Steam Game Pass, so you could play the both games. That's why they got rid of their exclusives, uh, um, which I don't really still think that's a great idea, because at least with the exclusives, you're gonna guarantee that people are gonna buy the game to play, buy your console to play games. PlayStation kind of did the same thing. They still have a few games that they have exclusives for. Nintendo, you know, they pride from their cold dead hands. But now with the whole Steam, like this whole Steam little box thing coming out, now you can basically play PC games, Xbox games, and PlayStation games. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as expensive as this. So I think Xbox is gonna have a hard time selling its consoles in the future, especially. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Go on a payment plan to pay my fucking console? I know people might do that, but I'm not one of those. So I just I, I don't see a future where Xbox is anywhere near a powerhouse. They're late to the party half of the time. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're raising their prices on everybody. And with games, you can, if I can play a game anywhere on any console, I'm gonna go where it's cheaper for me to play. Like my price effect. Oh, I don't know what you want to call it. Basically, I'm gonna pay where it doesn't hurt my wallet. And the only people that are gonna really pay for this stuff is people that got the money. People that want to show off, or they can just put in a fucking credit card, or they'll buy one for the family. Like instead of having like 3, 4 Xboxes, you buy one, and all of you gotta share it. Like that's how I grew up. It was one Xbox, and we all shared it for a while. And then when we got older, we were able to get our own. Um, but gaming, dude, back when I was just playing games, an Xbox was maybe $200-300, and now it's crazy. Like it just feels like such an expensive hobby now. With games being like 70-80 bucks, because you have to add in all these things, because in order to like you can play your Game Pass games for free, but what about other titles? 60-80 bucks for a game that doesn't really have much content, then you're gonna release season one and put it behind a paywall. I personally don't understand the practice. I feel like if you have a good relationship with your customers, you are able to retain. But that's just me. Maybe I'm an idiot. Anyways, I'm going to keep an eye on Xbox, because I think it's fun to see where this company is going, and just laugh at it, I guess. Now, I do think that you can recover, because the one thing Xbox does have is their recognition. So what happens if I just said fuck it? You know, things are getting so expensive that they might as well buy a PC. How about I make basically like this is like almost like a half PC, half console hybrid. Why not just go with a full customizable Xbox PC where the only pieces that you can use it with are Xbox approved pieces, you know? So I don't know, maybe that's a way that they can go. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if you're gonna expect me to play 1200 on this, I might as well go get myself a PC where I can upgrade it and keep upgrading it and get, you know, and just do it that way. I can use my controller, I can use a gamepad, or a mouse and keyboard, whatever. Like it just seems more price effective to me. But I know there are different people, you know, some people don't want to do that. But then now you have the Steam thing. So if people don't want to do that, they can just go to the Steam thing, the Steam machine. So now you're competing with PlayStation 5, the Steam machine. I think you're cooked. I think you're going to have to like really evaluate your company. I mean, there was going to be Xbox fanboys. But yeah, no, so I mean that's all I really got to say about Xbox for now. It's going to be quite interesting to see where Xbox places. I mean, they're already getting sold by PlayStation by a considerable margin, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And now you're just going to introduce the Steam machine. I think Xbox is done. Anyway, guys, if you liked this coverage of this, please like. So if you enjoy this, consider subscribing for more videos. All right, guys, see you later.